Welcome. Here's my story. What's your story? Today we have a really special guest, and before I get to give you a hint about the guest, this podcast is all about sharing a story for those who are new, who are tuning in, and it's about me challenging and my guest challenging me, and we teach our hosts, like how to do things. There's a lesson we learn from a father learning from a son, and a son from a father. That's a whole purpose.
Yes, sir.
A legend from an upcoming artist. So, as I always do it, let our guests introduce themselves.
Yes, sir. Inarigabanya volume ubujiji ni byinshi byo muri iyi minsi. Inzanga zitagiye skizwe zishaka amabifu y'ushima baguhisha. Nahinduye inzira na gang utubona street bwavuga giki. Unikeni kisha tararenze. Ariko akoresha English nyinshi for.
Yeah, man. That's what I always say. I don't ever introduce an artist. They have their own signature.
Of course. Yes, sir.
So welcome again. Welcome to, is it our fourth? Here's my story. What's your story?
Yeah.
And we're so honored. We're so honored to have you.
Thank you so much. It's my honor being here, of course.
Always, I share about my story. I start by sharing my story, and then you get to share your story.
Yeah, sure.
But you're allowed to be open, share your personal story. But if there's a lot of ex-girlfriends and a lot of girlfriends out there, keep that private.
Yeah, of course.
So my story is, I'm born in a family of 7. I'm the fourth born. I'm a father of 2, and I'm a touring artist, reggae, but now I call myself world music artist. But I do inspirational and gospel. And the reason why I do inspiration and gospel is that there's so many stories that I've been seeing as I grow up. As since my childhood. I grew up in the ghetto. I've experienced the ghetto and I've experienced the Hollywood. But still, there's the same person. And
That's the key.
Hollywood can change. Hollywood sometimes tries to change me, and the ghetto also sometimes tries to pull me back.
Yeah.
But I had to learn how to know that you don't have to agree with everything, and you don't have to disagree with everything.
You don't have to. Yeah.
So, can you please tell us your story?
Me, my name is Kenny Rudisa, but they call me Kenny Keisha. I'm an artist. I'm a rapper, writer. I'm learning to produce too.
Oh.
So I'm trying to do some business, so I'm an entrepreneur too, somehow. And I'm the firstborn.
Oh man, a lot of pressure on you, huh?
Yes.
How many are you?
We're 3, but I'm the firstborn. The second, I'm 7 years older than the next one. So yeah, I started making music when I was 14, 15. And yeah, I also do it's more like inspirational music too.
Yeah.
Because I do stuff, I just express myself, how I think, and me, the way I think is, to always go hard and always to always go get it, whatever you're chasing to always. So that's what I try to put in my music. That is the whole Inari concept. Yeah, so.
Can you explain to our viewers what does Inari mean?
Inari means lion.
A lion.
Lion. So lion means you're a lion, your personal lion, in your life, in your jungle.
Yeah.
Which is life, you have to be a lion in your life, and you have to be brave, courageous, and always do whatever it takes to get to where you want to go.
So the Inari movement. Yeah, you kind of you talk about you spread the message of having no
being
fear,
outstanding, being fearless. Yeah, not being afraid to take a path that has never been chosen before. You know.
Do you agree or disagree that there's some stuff, that's situation that can go in, and you get scared?
You get scared.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, because you're a human being.
So what do you do? Like Inari, you know, you've put on the spirit of Inari, and somehow a rat comes in. Someone with the spirit of a rat comes in, and then you just skip.
Comes in, yeah. You have to acknowledge all those emotions, and because you're a human being, of course, you get all through all kinds of emotions, but you have to remember and refocus and find your way and remind yourself who you are in whatever situations.
You guys listen to that? Remind yourself who you are. So depends who in Hare, Changuri in Beva, you know, even in Beva knows how to escape, you know.
You have to be real with yourself.
So as a young entrepreneur, you just mentioned that you want to be a producer. You're an artist and also a producer. So that means at a certain point you'll have a record label.
Yes.
Or you already have one.
I already have one. I'm already planning on, helping a lot of artists too.
Yeah.
On the come up, because I know so many artists and I want to help all of them. And I created this concept, Inari Initiative, Inari Soundwave Initiative.
Okay.
That's going to be the record label, studio and stuff.
Nice.
Where Inari's new young Simba's going to be coming to record.
It sounds like I've talked to a few. Upcoming artists, you know, the new school.
Yeah.
The Kenya Trap. There's so many. And they're super, super talented.
Yes, sir.
They're really good writers. But it's a question that a lot of people ask that, and I sometimes respond, but you as a young artist and as a producer who can represent
an upcoming producer.
Yeah. So who can represent them. A lot of people, they complain about the anger. You know, like the new school. Most of the lyrics, some of them they're so angry.
Explicit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's the new generation, they have their own way of thinking, and it's not always because they were born different, especially the internet kids, you know?
Yeah.
But born different and they think differently, and anger is something that resides in everyone. Everyone feels anger. Ahogo is not about the anger that is in the lyrics, it's about the guts to say what others can't say. I guess that's what it's a bit controversial and real, because people are not used to real music.
Yeah.
Hip-hop music is real music. If someone says stuff like that, that means it's real.
Yeah.
And but people used to, you know, people, artists sugarcoating some lyrics and saying stuff about love, and he's not even going through love, he's going through other things. You know? And that's where there is art. Art is where you express yourself so that others can relate to.
But you believe love conquers everything.
Yes, love is above everything.
Yeah, love conquers. Yes. And I agree, disagree.
Mm.
They still love even in the new school.
Yes, there is
But-
love.
but-
There is a lot of love.
but most of it is there's anger.
No, it's
The
just
piece- the
there's
piece
no
of-
anger. There's no
the-
anger. It's just new kids talking, releasing their heart. But about
Releasing
what
their
they're
anger,
going through.
releasing their
about-
anger.
Yeah, expressing themselves about what they're going through or what they go through every day. Because, some of the stuff happens.
No, I agree. I agree with you because like what you mentioned about the internet. When you look at kids who are under, let's say 25, 23,
Yeah,
right? Most of them are being raised by the internet.
sure.
They have more relationships with the internet than the parents.
Yes.
What kind of school did you go to? Did you go to school in Rwanda or
Yeah, in Rwanda.
where about?
Lycée de Kigali.
Lisa Dokegali. That's where I went.
Yeah, that's all.
That's a good one. But when you look at this in some of the international schools, it's like parents are so busy,
Yes.
you know.
And even us in the middle class
Yeah.
society and stuff, there is a problem where many fathers are not there.
Yeah,
I don't know
I agree.
if people ever talk about this, but I faced so many youngsters where
yeah,
there's issue with the father or one of the parent and stuff.
yeah.
So kids go through things.
I mean, the reason to why we do this podcast is it's kind of share, and we kind of you representing the young ones.
Yeah,
What would be your advice to a father? Because it's never too late.
To a father?
It's never too late to make it right. So what would you advise a father of, let's say, a 15 years old, a teenager?
A young father.
I know a father who was a teenager and speak for that teenager. How can the father be responsible?
So, it's not just the father, both parents.
Yeah,
They have to understand that the way they were raised and the generation they were raised in, it's different. It's different from now. Like, it's totally different.
I agree. I agree.
Now kids grow earlier because of the internet. They grow faster,
Yeah,
So we have to, instead of trying to, through orders and trying to, ground the kid and force them to do things, you have to sit with them and understand.
yeah.
Because kids have their own mind, I
But-
also tell it to my, I also tell it to my mother,
Yeah,
to take it easy with my little brothers, because it's a different generation, and there's a certain age where the kid, where you have to sit down with the kid. You don't just have to scold the kid, because kids nowadays grow faster. That's what I was saying. You have to sit down with them and make them your friend.
yeah,
Not too friendly, because I understand the African parents, they're like, you can't be friends with your child, but
Yeah.
that is a wrong narrative,
Yeah.
You have to be friends with them so that they can feel open to, to talk to you, to address you the problems, because you never know what they're going through at schools and schools and stuff.
So you mentioned you mentioned that you guys are growing faster. Do you agree or disagree that with the speed of the things, sometimes a parent has to step in and say, "Hey, slow down," because if you go faster, you're gonna find yourself in trouble.
Like it's the responsibility of the parent
Yeah,
to monitor all those things from the birth,
yeah,
and to know when to be harsh.
yeah,
But there's a certain age where you have to sit down and make them feel you, make your son or your daughter understand that you as a father, you're there anytime in any problem. They can tell you about anything, instead of going to sometimes your kid doesn't feel you and they go to other friends and they're not, they also go through other things like fake friends stuff. They're not used to that and create some kind of depression in kids,
So parents, I guess you've listened to the advice of our artists, standing for the young people. We're gonna have a break and then we're gonna come and go deeper into the conversation. Thank you.